There were just a few little raindrops falling, and I was really hoping they would continue for a bit. The light was nice and soft, and the colors, well, they stood out really nicely with that little bit of dampness. But it didn't last, and it wasn't long before the wind started to blow too. But with autumn just getting started here in the foothills, there was plenty of color to play with. And though it would have looked just a little bit better had the rain continued, it was still pretty gorgeous. And I found lots to aim my camera at, like these bluebirds. They're kind of flocking now, getting ready to head south. I found them on the edge of a pasture looking for bugs and seeds to fatten up on. Robins, too, that didn't really get along with each other. Although it looked nice with the sun popping in and out of the clouds, I kind of wanted to get out of the wind a bit. So I headed down to my favorite foothills slough to have a look. I love how cattails change color at this time of year, all those lime greens and browns. But it still seemed like it was too windy. So with my camera hanging out the window and my microphone flapping in the breeze, I headed further south and west and found at least a little bit of calm along my faithful old dead-end road. Though again, I wished it was still raining a little bit. The fall colors are just starting and they do look nice, but they would have been so much more vibrant if they were a bit damp. But how do you argue with this? Look at that twisted stalk, it's just gorgeous. And these little honeysuckle berries, dried out and dusty, but still pretty. And horsetails too, such strange plants. And giant cow parsnip leaves. The wind wasn't making it down to the forest floor. No gust here or there, but not very much. But it sounded like water hissing through the branches up above me. But along with those occasional gusts came patches of sunlight as the clouds moved along and shone between the trees. And it really made the berries shine on this patch of twisted stalk. It was growing in the cool and dampness by this little spring. That water tasted amazing. And that cool and dampness made me think, there's got to be some mushrooms around. So I went for a look and found this ladybug crawling over a log, and right beside it, these guys. I'm not sure about the names of these mushrooms. These kind of look like chanterelles to me. And they used to look pancake enough to dump some syrup on. Getting down on the ground to photograph them, I could smell their mustiness and that heavenly earth scent. And there are other things too, like these bunchberries. These ones, something was nibbling on them. They look like half-eaten apples. Yes, there is a bit of autumn color starting to show. And things like these dogwood leaves and this fireweed, they did look really nice. But I gladly would have traded that wind for a bit more rain. Everything would have looked just that much better, with a few drops more.